Hello everyone, how are you all doing? Today we will learn to set up an account alias for our AWS account. Before we proceed, I am Hartin Jacob Kanagatotu. I am an author, architect, and tech evangelist. You can learn more about me or even connect with me at linkedin.com/in/Hartin. I'll share my other contact details at the end of the session. So normally, how do you log into your AWS account? You can search for AWS or you can directly go to aws.amazon.com and you can click on one of the sign in options, and within the IAM user sign in page you can enter your account ID or an alias. We will see what an alias is. Account ID will be a 12-digit number along with your username and password. If you are the root user, you can click on sign in using root user, and then you can provide your email and you can click on next, provide your password. And if you have configured MFA, you can enter your additional authentication and then you will sign in. As a root user, you just need your username and password and the MFA setup. As an IAM user, you need your account ID. So where do you get this account ID? You can log into your AWS portal as a root user, and then you can go to IAM. IAM is Identity and Access Management Service, where we can create users, roles, groups, etc. And how do these users log in? As an admin, you can give this URL and they can go to any browser, enter this URL. Their account ID will be automatically populated. They can enter their IAM username and password, and then they can log in. We also have a option to enter an alias instead of an account ID here. So what is an account alias? An account alias is a unique identifier that we can create for our AWS account instead of the default 12-digit account ID. Creating an account alias enhances the user experience by providing a personalized and memorable sign-in URL, increases security by obscuring the actual account number, and allows for branding consistency by incorporating our organization's name into the AWS login process. Here, the URL that was provided had this account ID, right? So if I need to enter this URL from mind, I'll have to remember this account ID. Or what if it was a beautiful name, like a small alphabetical name that can be remembered easily? Also, if you can use a name, you don't have to actually share this number with everybody. But how can we create that name called alias? We were in our IAM dashboard, right? Within the IAM dashboard, on right side, under this AWS account section, first we have our account ID, then we have our account alias section. There we can click on create and give a memorable name and click on create alias. See, my sign in URL has changed, so I can copy this. Now my users can copy this URL instead of the account ID one. Instead of account ID, the alias is now populated. So it's much easier for anybody to remember this URL, because the only thing that is changing is the cocan part, right? Even otherwise, instead of account ID, they can enter this. So instead of that 12-digit number, I have to just remember this alphabetical name. One thing to note here is that I can still use the account ID also. It will also work fine. That is how you can create an account alias and use it for logging into your AWS dashboard as a IAM user. Okay, IAM users, we can come here and create a user. You can create, give any name, say Hartin. Can click on next, and you can give permissions as needed, and finally click on create user. The permissions and all you can give later also. I just wanted to quickly show how you create an IAM user also part of this process, but we'll have a separate discussion on that. Hope you are clear on account alias now. One final thing to on here is that you can also edit or even delete this account alias. If you are editing, it will give a warning. IAM users in this account will not be able to sign in through the URL with the current alias. They can sign in using the URL with the new alias or the AWS account ID. And if you are deleting, it will give a warning. IAM users in this account will not be able to sign in through the URL with this alias. They can still sign in using the URL with the AWS account ID. You can create the same alias again if it is not already taken by any other account. The alias creation is part of the recipe setting up IAM account aliases and billing alerts in chapter 1 of my latest book, AWS Security Cookbook. You can find the book in Amazon. Make sure you buy the second edition of AWS Security Cookbook. You can also search my name, Hartin Kanigatottu, in Amazon in your country. You can get the second edition. Second edition is black, and the first edition is slightly orange. You can also read my notes on cloud at cloudrix.com. You can see the recordings of my sessions on cloud at my YouTube channel, Cloudrix. You can find my contact information at codingarchitect.ca/contact. In case if you buy my book, please feel free to connect with me over WhatsApp or LinkedIn. The number might change. So rather than remembering the number, I would suggest remembering the URL or just my LinkedIn profile. So bye bye for now, and see you all in next class.